J. Flood. I suffer through CIDP blood cancer and epilepsy and Parkinson's syndrome. I'm not gonna live a long life. I want to make it the best I can. I I, I I had a really messed up life. I saw my own brother getting pu- pushed in the middle of the street, got ran over by a car, and he died. And I I'm dying. And the two people that always care for me the most is my brother WL and Brian Bass. I grew up with WL since I was 6 years old. And I grew up with Brian Bass since the first grade at Kelly Elementary. I known him probably most of my life. And I grew up with Stephen Kelly. If you know the story, what happened to my brother Stephen Kelly, all of you should be crying right now. I saw him getting murdered. I risked my own life. I ran across the street, picked him out of the middle of the road. I was giving my own brother CPR. And I threw a brick at Remington's truck. Remington is the serial killer that's going around now. He killed my fucking brother. I threw a brick at his window. And I picked up Stephen Kelly out in the middle of the road. I was giving him CPR. The last words he said to me was, "Justin Flood, you're a true friend in my book. I'll always be there for you, no matter what. Tell my little brothers I love them and make sure they're safe and out of harm's way. Tell my mother Mirka I love her too, and she's out of harm's way." I picked up Stephen Kelly out of the middle of the street, and I called 911, and he died in the ambulance. His friends were watching Alice in Wonderland, and they gave him trumpet flower tea. Stephen Kelly was throwing up in the bathroom. For some reason, he didn't feel safe. He wanted to walk home. I was following him to make sure he was okay. Remington was with us, and he pushed me, my brother, in the middle of the street. He got hit by a car and died. And I'm dying from cancer. And Brian Bass is my brother. So is Caitlin Henning. And so are all my friends, and Kyle Ditter. And my mother, Robin Kemp, is the most nicest person in the world. And my dad was in the Olympics, and he's a professional fighter, and he was a strength fitness coach for San Diego Chargers, and he's a professional diver. He is a school teacher for Carlsbad High, and he's the diving coach teacher. I'm his son. I'm dying, and I had a screwed up life. They made a movie about my father and my brothers. I'll always be there for you, WL. You're not alone. You're a really good person, and you're surrounded by good people, and you're not alone. I'll always be there for you, brother, no matter what. And Coburn and Brian Bass. Stay away from Casey Bischoff. He's a piece of shit. He tried to murder me when I was a little boy. I want my brothers to beat the fuck out of him. They're good people, but he's a piece of shit. And he was my biggest bully when I was a kid. I tried to commit suicide because he was so mean to me. He stole my stuff, and put a knife to my throat, and put a gun in the back of my head, and made me lick bleach off the ground. I got so sick I was in the hospital for a month.